Just wondering why I don't have any sound. Oh. Good evening everyone and welcome to Intelligence Racing League. We are in Catalonia for Season 4, Round 1 as we ride on board with Raz McCrew in the Haas this season as he's coming through the final sector of the track. I'll just put all the onboard data for you guys. As NSX Montana goes P1 with a 1:13.8 on the soft tyre. As CPI Bullet Boy has left the session, so hopefully he can get back in and set a lap time. We will ride on board with the Haas driver. I'll just get the... there we go. We'll just ride on board and take a lap of the Catalonia track set in Spain as McCrew sets a purple sector 1 as he goes into this left hand corner. Touches a little bit of the curb there as he now comes into this right hand into the DRS. He's got quite a bit of DRS, well ERS as well, so he's not got much fuel, so he's going to have to try and get to the end of his lap. As he now comes through the last two corners. Oh, he goes into the pits, so let's see if anyone else is on a lap, as Peter TM has invalidated, so he won't set a lap time. As Vapor Rotation is now out of the pits, he has got a Ferrari behind him. We'll ride on board with the McLaren driver of XL Lando as he is on his flying lap in the McLaren. He's coming through the DRS zone as he breaks down into first gear, takes a little bit of the curb as well, coming into this right hand turn, now into the last sector. He's got a racing point in front, he clips the curb a little bit. What time will he set? He uses DRS and he goes P4 with a 1:14.3. Fantastic lap for the McLaren driver of XL Lando. Only a few drivers have set lap times at the moment. We have quite a few still to set lap times as well. See if we can catch anyone else. NSX Connor always invalidated, so he's going to have to go back round again. Let's see what Vapor Rotation... oh no, he's on a flying lap, but we'll ride on board with the Ferrari driver and take a lap of the Catalonia track in Spain as he now comes through sector 1 into this right hand and then into another right hand as he sets a purple sector 1, so this could be the pole lap time, which is currently Montana with a 1:13.8 as he takes a little bit of the curb as he now comes into this quick left and right hand as he now comes into the DRS zone. He's going to take a little bit of the curb. He's still got quite a little bit of DRS. He's got sector 2, purple sector, is Vapor Rotation gonna get pole position? Provisionally, he's looking good at the moment. As he now comes through the last two corners, he clips the curb. He's going to use the DRS and take as much of the track as possible. As he goes P9, he slows himself on the track and takes P9 with a 1:15.2. As Neat Pro Racing goes into P2 with a 1:14.1 on the soft compound tyre. And LR Boss Wanted goes P5 with a 1:14.3. As we ride on board with Ras McCrew. He's on his out lap at the moment, so we will go back to him when he is on his flying lap. As we ride on board with Baker 07, another Raz driver in the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's invalidated by a little bit, so he's not going to be happy. Let's see if anyone else is. IFR Milan is on a flying lap as well on the soft compound in the Renault this season. His teammate is currently another IFR driver, IFR Santini, with P6 at the moment with a 1:14.4. As the IFR driver comes up now to the DRS zone, he hasn't got much ERS, so he's going to have to use it wisely. He has got a car in front of him as he locks up a little bit. He's got Daniel in front of him. Daniel lets him through nicely there. As now Milan comes through the final corner. What time is he going to say? He's got no ERS, but he's got DRS. He goes into P6, knocking his teammate down to P7 with a 1:14.4. Good lap times there from both Renault drivers. As Raz Meno goes into P10 with a 1:15.1 on the medium, so he can go even quicker on the softs with 8 minutes left on the clock as he lets through one of the Renaults. Let's see what CPI Bullet Boy 56 can do as he now crosses the line. He goes into P6 with a 1:14.3. Let's see if anyone, as McCrew now enters the pit. Oh, a little tap of the wall. Let's see what Daniel can do as he comes through the final corner, hits the DRS. Where's he going to go? And he goes P9 with a 1:14.6 on the medium compound tyre. Do get in to the chat, ladies and gentlemen, to predict your pole position, which currently at the moment is provisional with Montana with a 1:13.8. Can anyone match him with 6 minutes left on the clock as Peter has retired from the session? He's currently in P15 with a 1:19.1 on the mediums, so he won't be able to improve this session. Let's see if we can ride on board with anyone else. Let's ride on board with Connor. He's in the Mercedes this season as, oh, he's invalidated, it looks like it already. So that may have been where he invalidated it last corner and it's come up on his screen this and next lap. So I don't know if there's any drivers out at the moment that really will improve. Let's see if XL Lando will improve. As one of the IFR drivers has gone into P2 with a 1:14.0. As Montana goes even quicker with a 1:13.7. Fantastic from the Williams driver, taking the provisional pole with 5 minutes roughly remaining. Can anyone beat him as NSX Rocco goes P10 with a 1:14.8. We are still waiting for a few drivers to settle up, which is McCrew, LVD, Paul, us, Baker and Connor. We're right on board with McCrew as he's now coming through. He goes slow through that corner. He's now going to start a flying lap on the mediums. We're right on board with the Haas driver as he now goes into turn 1, clips the curb on both of the corners. As he's slowing down, I don't know if he's got a problem. Hopefully not. As vapor rotation has invalidated his lap. We're right on board with Paul USH as he is now coming through this left turn, touches the A corner, well, the curb a little bit there as he comes through this sharp left and right. He's now going to come into the DRS zone. Oh, and he's had a little bit of an accident. He clipped the curb, I think, a little bit too much. Commentator's curse, I think, has struck him there, and he will retire and not settle a lap time. So, it looks like at the moment, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, Montana will take the pole position. Everyone is in the pits now, except from Baker, who is part of RAS Esports as well, so he's going to want to impress his team as well and get a good qualifying position. As now Baker will start his flying lap. He's on the medium, so he has said this afternoon that he can do a 14 low, I think, on the medium compounds. Will he set the pole lap? He's a very fast driver, so we will ride on board with the Alfa Romeo driver. Oh, a little bit of lock up there on the left front. Oh, he's losing it a little bit. He's slowed down. As all the drivers are now coming out of the pits with 1 minute 50 left on the clock of qualifying session. So, who will get that provisional pole? At the moment, it is Montana with a 1:13.7. He is 3/10 faster than IFR San in P2, who has a 1:14.0. Then we have Neat Pro Racing with a 1:14.1. Let's see what Baker can do. Well, can do... Oh, he's slowed down. He's invalidated already. So 50 seconds left on the clock. It's all now down to if the drivers can make the line who haven't set a time. As one of the Alfa Romeos have retired. Apologies there. As I think now a few of the drivers are retiring. ...20 seconds left on the clock. Will Montana keep that provisional pole position? Let's ride on board with IFR San. As now qualifying is finished. He's got a purple sector too. As Montana goes even quicker with a 1:13.5. So can IFR San reply? He's gonna give it a go. And he goes with a 1:13.8. Let's see where Nipro Racing can go. He's got a purple sector too. As LR Tim goes in P3. So it's all down now to just as has gone into P3. So it's a fight now for P3. As Nipro Racing takes the third place with a 1:14.0. As Connor got himself up to P7 on the mediums with a 1:14.3. As McCrew goes with a 1:15.0 on the mediums and will start P17. And that is qualifying over, ladies and gentlemen, for Intelligence Racing League in Spain this evening. We will now head to the race. Hopefully it will be just as fantastic as the qualifying from these fantastic drivers this evening. So there is your qualifying done and dusted, with Montana taking the Williams with a pole time of a 1:13.5. IFR San in P2 with a 1:13.8. So we will now just wait for the drivers to do their setups and pick their fuel for the race. Looks to be a dry race for the start. We don't know what will happen in the race. If you do like any of the racing content that Intelligent Racing League do offer, then do press that like button and hit the subscribe button for more fantastic racing from Intelligent Racing League. We are just waiting for the drivers, so we'll be underway with a formation lap before the race start. As now the drivers will take a 1 lap formation lap. I will put all the data back up for you guys. So a few drivers have gone for the hard compound tyre. the dry tyres are the soft, medium and the hard tyres, the C2, the C3 and the C4 compound tyres. As we have now on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, a two-stop strategy with the soft to medium and then the medium to hard compound tyres. The softs last about 8 laps and the mediums, I believe, are 12 to 15 laps. The hards can last about 20 laps around this Spain Catalonia track. As the drivers are now coming through the last sector, ready to get into their grid positions for lights out. As now the drivers will take their grid positions on the track. So we do have a mixture of different tyres for the start, mainly on the hard compound tyres for the drivers. We have a few softs and we have 2 medium runners. As now the drivers are waiting on the grid for Intelligence Racing League Season 4 to begin in Spain for round 1. As now we wait for the famous 5 red lights. One lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. As Montana gets off down into turn 1, he's not going to have any threat, but it looks like we have an onboard battle immediately for P2 between IFR and Bullet Boy. Also, there's some action going on in the background. It looks like at the back there as drivers, oh, we've got a little battle between Vapor Rotation and Nipro Racing. Oh, there's been a little bit of an accident at the back of the grid. It looks like Cap and McCrew have had a bit of an incident. We just caught the end of it. Oh, and there's a Renault off, which is IFR Milan. Sector 2 yellow flags. As, oh, we've got a little bit of a battle going between D Daniel and Nipro. So chaos on lap 1 between the Haas driver of McCrew and the Racing Point driver of Cap as well, as Montana sets the fastest lap, as DRS has now been enabled. Let's see if anyone got any wing damage. Oh, as my leaderboard is playing up a little bit, it looks like one of the Alfa Romeo drivers has had to pit. They've gone for the medium tyre, the same as McCrew as well. The drivers are still quite bunched up, so overtakes will be high at the moment, but they will make them at the right time. They won't do any stupid overtakes. Let's go to the... Oh! XL Lando makes a move on... I believe that's either LR, Boss Wanted or Connor. So fantastic move there from the McLaren driver. As Vapor Rotation is going to have a look down the inside of LR Boss Wanted. He had a look but couldn't get the move done. Let's see if anyone else is going to go for the move. As it's a three-way fight, it looks to be forming between Nipro Racing and Vapor Rotation. As Vapor Rotation is going to go down the inside of the AlphaTauri driver of Boss Wanted. He gets the move done. Has he got it done, or is Boss Wanted going to fight back? He's going to have DRS into this section of the track here. Is he going to go down? He has a look but gets the door closed. Fantastic move there from the Ferrari driver of Vapor Rotation. As we've got, just as on the back of LR Tim, he's got DRS, he's using ERS, he goes down the inside of the Ferrari driver, and a easy move there done for the other Williams driver of Just As. Let's see if there's any more other battles. We've still got the battle, it looks like, for P8, where Rotation is, as Boss Wanted is on the back of Rotation, but we've also got Nipro Racing on the back of them, and D Daniel is also on the back of them as well, with also Rocco is joining on the back as well. So we've got a little bit of a train forming behind Rotation at the moment. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Now it looks like for P8, as everyone is joining on the back of Rotation. As all drivers are now getting 3-second time penalties, with the Rotation getting 3-second time penalty. The drivers are very close still on track. It looks like Lando got a 3-second time penalty as well. Let's just see if anyone does try and make the move. Nope, no one has made a move at the moment. As we are now on lap 5, Montana has pulled a 2.4 gap from IFR San already, so he's building that gap nicely. Bullet Boy is on the back of IFR San at the moment. He is within striking distance of himself with the DRS as well. He's got quite a bit of ERS as well. So let's ride on board with the Racing Point driver. Will he get the move? He's going to use it. He's using his DRS as IFR Milan gets a 3-second time penalty. I don't think he will go for the move, as I think there's a move at the back of the grid, which was Boss Wanted in the pits. He's gone for the hard tyres as his teammate LVD goes up into P15. The two Red Bull drivers. Oh, there's the yellow flag, and that's IFR Milan has gone off the track, causing a yellow flag. He's got to watch how he comes back on the track, as there's an Alfa Romeo going to come up. As I was saying, we have the two Red Bull drivers currently in P14 and P13 with Paul Us and Peter TM. They are on the back of Raz Meno. We also have, just as on the back of Bullet Boy, he is currently 5/10 behind. The pit window is now open for the soft compound tyre runners, so there'll be a few of them. As all, we've got a little bit of a battle up in front for P2, which is CPI, Bullet Boy and IFR San. They are quite close on the track, split by 0.4 of a second. Oh, as Milan is now out of the race, he's pitted in and retired the car in the pits. Unfortunate there for the Renault driver. Disappointing day at the office for the Renault driver. As we are now on lap 7 of 33 in Catalonia, Spain. We are on board with the Racing Point driver of CPI, Bullet Boy. He is on the back of the other Renault driver. Oh, as the Renault driver locks up, it gives Bullet Boy a chance to close that gap to 5/10 roughly, as the two NSX teammates now, oh no, as we ride on board with the Racing Point, he goes down the inside of San and takes the position for P2. Fantastic move, but will San go back for the move? It is showing yellow flags in the area of where they are. Oof, that would have been close if Milan was still in the session. That was a lucky one, as IFR San is really putting the pressure on CPI Bullet Boy. He's now going to come into the DRS zone. He's got half of his ERS left as well. He's not going to go for the move here, as he locks up again with the left front tyre. Now coming through sector 3, the sweeping left and right corners. These are so crucial to get right. Oh, they're both going in the pits. So that's them two in the pits, as Connor will go into P2. Let's see if there's any battles on the track. We have got a little battle here for P5, which is Peter and Ras Memo and Roko, I believe. Yep, that is. So a little battle there for P5. Well, it may be for P4, because Roko is not that far off of the other Haas driver of Daniel. He's not in the 1 second DRS at the moment. But Montana is leading the race at the moment, 4 seconds in front. He has got to make that pit stop, so he's the only one on the soft tyres now. So he probably, as he makes the pit stop, his other NSX teammate Connor will take the race lead with vapor rotation in P2 and Daniel in P3. As all the drivers are now pretty much on the hard compound tyres. There is a few on the mediums. some drivers do have time penalties already. As Bullet Boy gets the 3-second time penalty. It looks like Daniel is going to go for it. As Bullet Boy has retired, is that going to cause a VSC or a safety car? As we have a VSC on lap 11, so the drivers will now have to slow down. This will help them medium runners. We have got a little bit of a battle that will continue after the restart from the VSC between the Red Bull and Alfa Romeo driver, as DRS is now enabled. All the sectors 1, 2 and 3 yellow flags now. As it looks like we are now back under racing with the green flag. As McCrew now pits for the hard tyre. Oh, as it looks like Pete is having a little bit of a go attempt at Raz Memo. He's going to go for it, I think. He's using his ERS. He's got the ERS. As he's going to go down the right side of Memo. Oh, Memo is having a little bit of a fight back as they now come into turn 1, and Peter gets the move done past the Alfa Romeo driver up to P5. Oh, it looks like Memo is coming back at the Red Bull driver. The medium runners, except from Cap, will probably start to feel the wear in the next couple of laps, so we will see them pit probably for the hard compound tyre. They won't go for the softs because they'll only last 8 laps. As Connor now sets the fastest lap with a 1:17.8 in the Mercedes. Wow, as Montana goes even quicker with a 1:17.6 on the hard tyre. There is a battle coming up now for P2 in the race. Vapor Rotation is feeling the pressure from Daniel, as Cap even goes quicker with a 1:17.4. The hard runners are now averaging between 2 to 12 laps for some of the drivers. Most of the drivers are in that 1 second DRS area, so we may see some overtakes. I do apologise for the yawn. As Lando gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. as we are now coming up to the halfway mark of the race on lap 14. We have Connor in P1, Rotation in P2, and taking up the final podium place is Daniel, but Rotation has got a 3-second time penalty, so they will swap. As Rotation is now in the pits, lap 13, let's see what tyres he does go on as a late break there. He's going to go for the hards. Let's see if Connor will respond to Rotation this lap and enter the pits, as we are now on lap 15 of 33. He's now in the pits. He will probably go for the hards. Yep, as he pits now for the hard tyres. He will come out to a battle between Just As and San as well. San is on the back there of Just As. Oh, as they both lock up on the hard tyres. Let's just stay on board with IFR San. He's going to have DRS, but I don't think he's going to be able to make the overtake this time round. He will close the gap, as Just As is locking up a little bit with his front right tyre. Oh, so does IFR San. Oh, it looks like Connor has overtaken. We didn't see it, but Connor managed to get past IFR San, so he puts himself up into the points with a P9 at the moment. As LR Tim gets a 3-second time penalty. There's a bit of a train forming behind Just As. I think it's because he knows Montana is in front. Montana is now closing the gap up to the Red Bull driver of Paul Us. as Paul US on the back of Montana for lap 19 of 33. Montana is now up to P2 on the fresher hard tyres. As now Paul Us is in the pits. As he will now come back out on the grid, as there is a McLaren off. That is XL Lando. He drops to P11. As he now drops to even P12 as one of the Red Bull drivers overtakes him. As LR Boss Wanted gets a 3-second time penalty. As we are now 13 laps remaining of this Spanish Grand Prix. It's right on board with the Renault driver of IFR Santini. Will he get the move done? He's going to have a look, I think. No, he's too far back to make the attempt on Just As for that final podium position in the race. As we now enter lap 22, IFR San is hopefully going to try and close that gap even more to Just As for that final podium place. A little bit of a lock up there from both Just As and IFR San as well. Let's see what other battles we have on the track. We have a little bit of a battle for P9 between Nipro Racing and Boss Wanted and one of the Red Bull drivers. as Pete is going to go for the move down the inside of the AlphaTauri of LR Boss Wanted, and he gets the move done. Up into P10. 10 laps remaining, the final 10 laps now for the drivers to try and get the best possible finish they can for the team. As it looks like, we've got a little battle between LR, Tim and Daniel. Daniel is in a Ferrari battle scrap at the moment, it looks like it. As the laps are now running out for the drivers, they will be looking to push the cars to the absolute max to get the best possible finish, as McCrew sets the gets the 3-second time penalty. Apologies. A lot of grid changes will happen at the end of the race and after stewards as well, because of the time penalty and whatever the stewards decide on. As XL Lando picks up a 3-second time penalty, we will stay on board with this battle for P5. Excuse me. Between Vapor and Daniel and Tim as well. Oh, Sector 1 virtual safety car. LVD has retired the AlphaTauri car, apologies. Lap 26 of 33, we will be under VSC. Hopefully none of the drivers do go over into the Red Delta and get a drive through. As now we are back under racing, lap 26, and as DRS is now enabled. As Rocco is now going to go down the inside there of, looks like LR Tim, and gets P7. as now Daniel is going to look for the move, I think. Let's ride on board with him. Is he going to get there? No, he had a look, but the door got closed. He's definitely going to close up the gap with these 6 laps remaining. As Montana has now pulled a 5-second gap from Connor. Connor is on fresher tyres, so it's all to play for still. As McCrew sets the fastest lap with a 1:16.5. There is quite a bit of a battle, it looks like, for right on board at the moment with IFR San. Is he going to go for the move? No, he doesn't go for the move. But he's really up close. They all are for that podium position of just as we will stay on board with IFR San as he's now going to come through the DRS section. Will he get the move done? As Vapor Rotation gets a 3-second time penalty. As Rotation is quite on the back of the IFR driver, the Renault. There's a little bit of a battle here for the top, well, one of the final podium positions. Rotation will drop because of the time penalties as Raz Memo gets a choice. As looks like Daniel is going to go down the inside of Vapor Rotation and get the move done, but it looks like IFR San could still not get the move done. And it looks like Daniel is already on the back of IFR San already because of the faster compound tyre. It's the hard compound tyre versus the mediums at the moment. All for that final podium position with now 3 laps remaining. Who's going to make the move? Oh, there's a safety car. With 3 laps remaining, there is a safety car. As LR Tim is now out of the race. This probably will be a 1 or 2 lap safety car. Or will we finish under safety car? as we now are on lap 31 of 33 under the safety car rules. So no overtaking, and the drivers must keep within 10 car lengths. This is going to play quite nicely for the people on the penalties as well. So we have had 4 retirements this race. LR, Tim, LVDH, CPI, Bullet Boy and IFR Milan. As the safety car is now going to come in this lap, it is going to be a 2-lap sprint from lap 31 to lap 33. We will wait for Montana to do the safety car restart. When will he go? As Connor is really up close, as it looks like Montana is gone. He is now restarted the race. As we've got a little bit of battle between, it looks like, Just As and IFR San, as Daniel is on the back as well, going into this right hand corner, with the drivers close again after the safety car restart. Oh, IFR San is really putting the pressure on. He knows what the podium would do for the Renault team. And there'll be no DRS either, I don't think, because it's going to be 2 laps. As Lando sets the fastest lap. As the lap car of McCrew is going through. We are on the final lap of the race. There will be no DRS. So it's all just about pure pace, as there's a yellow flag. He took pole position in Catalonia, Spain. He's going to take the race win in Intelligent Racing League round 1. As Montana now comes to the finish line and takes the provisional race win in Spain, with Connor taking P2 and Just As is taking P3. What a close end to the race here in Spain, Catalonia, and that is the race completed for this round in Intelligent Racing League, with Montana taking the race win. we'll just wait for the provisional podium. There it is, a Williams 1-3 for the Williams Racing Team, with Montana taking the provisional race win in Spain, and then we have Connor taking P2 for Mercedes, and then just as the other Williams driver taking P3. Congratulations to all of the podium drivers. So there is the provisional race results in Intelligent Racing League round 1, with Montana taking the race win for Williams. So an action-packed race in Intelligent Racing League for the first race of the season. We will be in Russia next week in Sochi Autodrome circuit for the Russian Grand Prix round 2. I have been your commentator for this evening as Raz Storm, or most people know me as just Storm. So we'll be back next Friday for round 2 in Russia at 8 PM BST, that is 9 PM Central European Time. Until then, enjoy your Easter weekend wherever you are in the world, and it's good night from me.